Welcome to my channel. Tonight's scary story is Carnival of Shadows. Not every day that a traveling carnival shows up in your small town. It's even less common for that carnival to only appear at midnight. And it's unheard of for the owner of the carnival to offer you a chance to win a prize that will grant you immortality in exchange for your soul. But these were just some of the things that 16-year-old Sam Walker had to deal with after he and his friends decided to sneak into the Carnival of Shadows. The carnival first appeared in the small town of Havenwood at the stroke of midnight. As the clock tower chimed, a thick fog rolled in from the nearby lake, revealing a full-fledged carnival. There were rides, games, and even an auction tent where people were already beginning to gather. Sam and his two best friends, Billy and Emma, stood frozen in fear as the gate swung open and beckoned them inside. As soon as they stepped foot onto the carnival grounds, Sam felt a prickling sensation on the back of his neck. He turned to his friends and whispered, "I have a really bad feeling about this." Billy shrugged off Sam's concerns and said, "Don't be such a scaredy cat. It's just a carnival. Come on, let's go check out the rides." The three friends made their way to the carousel, which was covered in cobwebs and looked like it hadn't moved in decades. Suddenly, the carousel began to move on its own, and the horses reared up and began to neigh. Sam and his friends froze in fear as the carousel continued to spin around and around, faster and faster. Just when they thought it couldn't go any faster, the carousel came to a screeching halt. The horses were now moving like they were alive. Their eyes glowed red in the darkness, and their mouths were filled with sharp teeth. Sam screamed as the horses lunged toward him and his friends. They ran as fast as they could, making their way through the now awakened carnival. Every game and ride they passed seemed to come alive and try to attack them. Sam and his friends dodged a giant spider that was hanging from a nearby tree. They ran past a fortune teller who was cackling madly and trying to grab onto them. And they even managed to escape the wrath of the ringmaster himself, who was riding a unicycle and shooting at them with a crossbow. As they ran, Sam could hear the ringmaster calling after him, "You can't escape me, Sam Walker. You're mine now." Sam didn't know what the ringmaster wanted with him, but he knew he had to escape. As he ran, he noticed a small building off to the side. It looked like it might be a storage shed, and he hoped that the ringmaster and his men wouldn't think to look there. Sam and his friends hid in the shed as the sounds of the carnival slowly faded away. Once they were sure the coast was clear, they opened the door and ran as fast as they could in the opposite direction. As the first rays of sunlight began to peek over the horizon, they could see the carnival in the distance, and it wasn't moving. Sam and his friends kept running until they reached the safety of Havenwood's main street. They collapsed on the sidewalk, exhausted and terrified. As they caught their breath, they looked at each other and realized that they weren't just friends anymore. They were something more, bound together by their experience at the Carnival of Shadows. But before they could talk about what had happened to them, they heard a voice behind them. Well, looks like we have ourselves a little carnival here." The boys and girls turned around to see the ringmaster standing in front of them, a sinister smile on his face. "You may have escaped my carnival, boys and girls, but you can't escape what's coming for you next." With that, the ringmaster snapped his fingers and disappeared. In a flash, the boys and girls found themselves back at the carnival. The rides and games were no longer moving, and the crowd of people had vanished. In the center of the carnival, the ringmaster stood waiting for them. "So you've come to collect my prize," Sam said. "What do you want from me?" The ringmaster smiled. "Oh, you already have it, Sam. Didn't you win the game and get your wish for immortality?" Sam looked down at the necklace he had won. He remembered how excited he had been to win such a beautiful piece of jewelry. He never would have guessed that it was cursed, the ringmaster continued. "Now that you have the necklace, you must pay the price. I want your soul." Sam screamed and tried to take the necklace off, but it was too late. The ringmaster had already made the trade with the demon who had given him the necklace. Sam's soul was no longer his. The ringmaster approached Sam and held out his hand. "Give me your hand, Sam, and let's make a deal." Sam hesitated for a moment, then reached out his hand and placed it in the ringmaster's. The moment their hands touched, Sam felt his soul being ripped from his body. He cried out in pain and fell to the ground. The ringmaster laughed. "Now I have your soul, and there's nothing you can do to stop me." Sam looked up at the ringmaster with hatred in his eyes. "You may have won this round, ringmaster, but this isn't over." The ringmaster raised an eyebrow. "Oh, I don't doubt that, Sam, but I'm afraid you won't be around to see it." The ringmaster disappeared with a snap of his fingers, leaving Sam alone in the carnival. Sam struggled to get up, but he was weak. He looked down at the necklace in his hand and realized that it was the key to defeating the ringmaster. The necklace was cursed, yes, but it was also incredibly powerful. If he could find a way to use the power of the necklace against the ringmaster, he might stand a chance. But how? As Sam pondered this question, he noticed a small book lying on the ground near him. He picked it up and opened it. To his surprise, it was a blank book. But as he continued to look through it, he realized that the pages were actually filled with spells and incantations. Sam's heart skipped a beat. Could this be the answer? Could this book help him defeat the ringmaster? If so, he had to act fast. The ringmaster was coming for him, and he didn't have much time left. Sam quickly read through the book, searching for a spell that would help him. Finally, he found it. A spell that would allow him to burn the ringmaster's contract and free himself from his curse. Sam whispered the words of the spell and felt a surge of power course through him. He looked up and saw that the ringmaster was standing in front of him, a cruel smile on his face. "You can't escape me, Sam," the ringmaster said. "Give up now, and it will be quick." But Sam wasn't giving up. He raised the book and slammed it shut. "I'm not afraid of you, ringmaster," he shouted, "and I'm not going to let you win." With that, Sam burned the ringmaster's contract and disappeared. Ringmaster screamed in rage and agony as his contract was destroyed. His power over Sam was broken. Sam was free. Now he just had to find a way to defeat the ringmaster once and for all. If you enjoyed this scary story, be sure to stay tuned for more. Also check out these other scary stories. Thanks for watching.